Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the chapter 5th, class 10 mathematics, arithmetic progression. What is arithmetic progression? First, arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which the next term will be obtained by adding a fixed number with the preceding term, but except the first term. The list of numbers in which the corresponding or the adjacent numbers are differ by a fixed number. When a fixed number is added with the preceding number, then we get the next number. In this case, we get a list of numbers. That list of numbers is called arithmetic progression. Here the fixed number may be positive, may be negative, may be zero. According to the fixed number, if it is positive, then left to right, the arithmetic progression will be increased. If it is negative, then it will be in decreasing order. If it is zero, then each of the terms of the AP will be equal. It is observed all the terms are equal. Here this fixed number is called the common difference, CD, and simply written D here. Alright? 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. This one is an FE. It is an arithmetic progression. Here the first term is 2, second term is 5, third term is 8, fourth term is 11, fifth term is 14, and what will be the next term? First we will observe how we are getting the second term. If it is added 3 with the first term, we are getting the second term. When we add 3 with this second term, we are getting the third term. When it is added the third term with 3, we will get the fourth term. When it is added 3 with the fourth term, we will get the fifth term. In this case, we are getting a list of numbers. This type of number, this series is called AP or arithmetic progression. The next will be 3 plus 14 is 17. Next we will get 20, then 23. In this case, we will get a series here. Similarly, that it is 15, 13, 11, 9, 7. This one is also an AP because the adjacent terms are differ by same number, like 15 and 13. Adjacent numbers, adjacent terms, the difference is 2. Next, 13 and 11, the difference is 2. 11 and 9, difference is 2. 9 and 7, difference is 2. Since the difference of any two consecutive terms, any two adjacent terms are equal, then the series is said to be AP here. The difference is 2. When we add -2 with the first term, we will get the next term. When it is added -2 with the second term, then we will get third term. When it is added -2 with third term, we will get fourth term. When it is added -2 with fourth term, we will get the fifth term. The next term will be 7 plus -2, that is 5. Next will be 3. Next will be 1. Next will be -1. In this case, we will get a series that becomes AP. Since the difference of any two consecutive terms are equal, then this series is called AP. Similarly, root 2, root 2, root 2, root 2, root 2. Whether this series is said to be AP or not. First term is root 2, second term is root 2, third term is root 2, fourth term root 2, fifth term root 2. Can we say this one as AP? Yes, because the difference between these two terms is 0. When 0 is added to this first term, we will get the second term. Similarly, when we add 0 with second term, we will get third term. It is added 0. Similarly, it is added 0. It is added 0. It is added 0. Whenever it is added 0 with the preceding term, we will get the next term. So this series is also called AP. It is not necessary whether the fixed number is positive or negative or 0. If the fixed number, that common difference may be positive, may be negative, may be 0, in that case we will get a series, and this series is said to be AP. So this AP may be finite, may be infinite according to the number of terms present in the series. If the series has a limited number of terms, then the AP is said to be finite AP, or if it has unlimited terms, infinite number of terms, that is called infinite AP. Finite and infinite. Here, dot 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 represent here. That means this series is extended infinitely. This type of AP is called infinite AP. If it is 16, 21, 26, 31, 36, 41, 46. It is written only 16, 21, 26, 31, 36, 41, 46. Only this one. Not written here dot 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 dot. That means it is extended only up to 46. This AP is called finite AP. It is finite AP. This one is called infinite AP. It is finite AP and it is infinite AP. When the numbers present in AP, the terms present in AP are infinite, the AP is said to be infinite. When the terms are limited, when they present a fixed number of terms in the AP, that is called finite AP. Here, first term, look here, the first term is 2 in this AP. First term is 15 in this AP. First term is root 2 in this AP. First term is 16. First term also written as A1. A1 stands for first term. Similarly, A2 stands for second term. A3 stands for third term. A4 stands for fourth term. In this way, we represent different terms. It's like A1, A2, A3, A4. In this way, we can write AN is nth term. AN stands for nth term. If we write the AP, like A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 up to AN. This A1 and A2 are differ by any fixed number. Let that fixed number is D, because the fixed number is said to be common difference, and common difference, that is CD, simply written as D, difference. A1, when the first term is added with any fixed number, we will get the next number. Let the first number A1 is A. Let the first number is A. When A is added with the common difference, we will get A2 here. A2. That is A1 plus D. That means A plus D. If A1, that is A. First term is also written as A. The second term is obtained when first term is added with the difference, the fixed number, common difference. Similarly, difference of which two terms also D, because the consecutive terms have same difference. So A3 will be A2 plus D, and A2 is A plus D. A2 is A plus D plus D. It becomes A plus 2. Here A3 is A plus 2D. Next, A4 is, here the difference is D. A4 will be obtained when A3 is added with D. A3 plus D becomes A4, and A3 is A plus 2D. A plus 2D plus this D. A plus 2D plus D becomes A plus 3D. Here A4 is A plus 3D. First term A1 is A, A2 is A plus D, A3 is A plus 2D, A4 is A plus 3D. Then we get A5 is A4 plus D, that is A plus 3D plus D becomes A plus 5. A4 is obtained as A plus 5. In this way, we can find AN. What will be AN? If we observe the series carefully, we get A2, A plus 1D, A3, A plus 2D, A4, A plus 3D. It is just less than 1 according to the number of terms here. 4. It's 4 minus 1, that is 3. A5, 5 minus 1, 4. A plus 4D. A plus 4. A2, A plus 1D. 2 minus 1, 1. Next, AN, A plus, just less than 1 according to the number of terms, that is n minus 1 into D. AN is A plus n minus 1 into D. It is the formula to find nth term of an AP. AN is A plus n minus 1 into D. When it is given any AP and we have to find any term of that AP, maybe 20th term, maybe 50th term, maybe 500th term, we can find easily by following this formula AN, A plus n minus 1 into D. Find the 10th term of the AP. 2, 8, 14, 20. It is given an AP 2, 8, 14, 20. This one is AP. These are the terms of the given AP, and we have to find the 10th term of this AP. According to an, the nth term of an AP, we can find the 10th term in that AP. Here AP is given as 2, 8, 14, 20. Since it is present dot, so we can say this AP is infinite. We will get infinite number of terms here. A, that is the first term, is 2 and D. Common difference is calculated by subtracting any term from its next term, like A2 minus A1, second term minus first term, or A3 minus A2, third term minus second term, or A4th minus A3, fourth term minus third term. This D can be calculated as 8 minus 2, that is 6, or 14 minus 8, 6, or 20 minus 14, 6. We'll get the common difference. Next we have to find 10th term. 10th term means we have to find A10. We have to find A10. Since it is mentioned 10 in place of n, so value of n is taken as 10. Value of n is 10 here. We know an is a plus n minus 1 into d. So A10 will be a, that is 2, plus n minus 1, 10 minus 1 into d, that is 6. 2 plus 10 minus 1 is 9 into 6. 2 plus 9, 6, 24. This is equal to 86. In this AP, 10th term will be 56. Similarly, we can check any number, whether that number will present in any AP or not. For example, check whether zero is present in the AP. Forty-two, 38, 34. It is given one AP, 42, 38, 34, any infinite AP is given, and we have to find whether 0 is present in this AP or not. That means any term of this AP is 0 or not. Let's find it. It is given the AP 38, 42, 38, 34. The first term of this AP is 14, and the common difference of the given AP is 38 minus 14. 38 minus 14. Always we have to subtract any term from its succeeding term. 38 minus 14, which is equal to minus 4. We have to consider 0 is present there. let's assume this 0 is present here. Let an is 0, that means this 0 is present in nth term of the given AP. Nth term of this AP is 0, that means any term of the AP is 0. Let's consider here. An means a plus n minus 1 into d is 0. An means a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 0. This 0 is taken from the question. Since we have to check whether 0 is present or not, we have to consider this 0 is present in the AP. So it is written an is 0. In place of a we can write a plus n minus 1 into d, which is equal to 0. A is 42 plus n minus 1, d is minus 1. This is equal to 0. This implies 42 minus 4 into n is minus 4n. Minus 4 into minus 1 is plus 4. This is equal to 0. 42 plus 4 is 46. Minus 4n is 0. Now this minus 4n is transferred to the right side. 46 equal to 4n. This implies 46 equal to 4n. If 4n is 46, then n equal to 46 by 4. 46 by 4, which is equal with 23 by 2. That's equal with 11.5. 11.5. The value of n is not a counting number. It is not a counting number. Since 11.5, that is the value of n, is not a counting number, so 0 is not present in the given AP. So 0 is not present, 0 is not any term of the AP which is given here. One more example is here. Find the AP. We have to generate an AP where it is given the third term and seventh term. If its third term is 5 and seventh term is 9. It is given the third term as 5 and seventh term 9. Then we have to generate the AP here. How to find AP? Generally, we can find AP when we have the first term and the common difference. If it is given first term and the common difference, that means value of A and value of D, then we can generate the AP easily. Like A1 is A, A2 is A plus D, A3 is A plus 2D. In this way we can generate the AP. But it is not given the first term and common difference, so we have to find the first term and common difference. According to the data, third term is 5, that means A3 is 5. A3 means A plus 2D. This is given as 5. Take this statement as equation 1. Third term is given 5 means A3 is 5 and A3 can be written as A plus 2D. This A plus 2D equal to 5. Similarly, seventh term is 9. A7 is 9. A7 can be written as A plus 60. This equal to 9. Take this statement as equation 2 by elimination method. We can solve equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 is a plus 2d is 5 and equation 2 becomes a plus 60 is 9. By subtracting the equations, plus a minus a will be cancelled here. Which 2 will be cancelled? 2d minus 60 is minus 4d. 5 minus 9 is minus 4. So d becomes equal with 1. Minus 4d is minus 4 and d becomes 1. If we put the value of d in any of these equations, we will find the value of a. Putting the value of d in equation 1. When value of d is put in equation 1, then a plus 2 into 1 is 5. This implies a is equal to 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Here we obtain the value of a as 3 and d as 1. So AP will be a, that is 3. Then a plus d, that is 3 plus 1, 4. Then this d is added with the second term to get the third term. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. In this way we can obtain the AP. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. Sum of first n terms of an AP. How to find the sum of first n terms of an AP? Sure, SN stands for sum of first n terms of an AP. This SN becomes equal to a sum of first n terms. That means we have to add the terms starting from the first term. Next one is a plus d. Next one is a plus 2d. In this way, we have to add up to last term a plus n minus 1 into d. All the terms of this AP up to nth term, it is added. How to find what will be the sum of this SN? What is the result when we add all the terms of an AP starting from first term? It is SN. From first term it is added up to nth term. This SN also equal when we add from last term, from nth term to the first term also. That is a plus n minus 1 into d plus. First we have taken the last term, then the previous will be a plus n minus 2 into d. Next will be a plus n minus 3 into d. In this way, it is added up to the first term, that is plus a. In this case also, we will get the same result, that is SN. Next, we will add both the SN when it is added from first term to nth term and when it is added from nth term to first term. SN plus SN becomes 2SN. A plus n minus 120. Which two terms are added here? We get a plus a, that is 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Next, when we add these two terms, then also a plus d and a plus n minus 2 into d will get 2a plus a 2a, 1 plus n minus 2 becomes n minus 1 into d. When we add these two terms, then also we'll get 2a plus n minus 1 into d. In this way, when we add the nth term and first term of these two AP, then also we get 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now, every terms of this sum is 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and they are present n numbers of this type of terms, n number of terms here. So when it is added, all these terms will get n into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. 2Sn is equal to n into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So Sn will equal with n by 2. 2 comes towards right, it is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This one is the formula to find the sum of nth terms, the sum of first nth term of a rate Sn, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here Sn is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. We can write here n by 2, 2a is split as a plus n minus 1 into d. But a plus n minus 1 into d, this part is the form of an. It can be written as n by 2, a plus an. Sn can also written as n by 2 into a plus an, that is first term and nth term, that is n by 2 into first term plus nth term, or nth term means last term, that is n by 2, first term plus last term of the AP, or it can be denoted as n by 2, a plus l, first term a, last term l. This one also Sn. We can represent the Sn in this way, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or we can represent as Sn is equal to n by 2, a plus an, or we can represent as Sn is equal to n by 2, a plus l. Next, we discuss one example, how to find the sum of n terms of an AP. Find the sum of terms in the AP. 10, 14, 18, like this. It is given an AP 10, 14, 18, 22, like that. We have to find the sum of first 50 terms. Sum of first 50 terms. Here AP is given as 10, 14, 18, like that, where A is 10 and D is 14 minus 10, that is 4, and N, number of terms is 50, N is 50. We have to find S 50, sum of 50 terms. We know that Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. We know the sum of n terms Sn is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This implies when we put the value of a, d and n here, a is 10, d is 4, n is 50. Just put here Sn can witness as 50, n by 2, 50 by 2, 2a, 2 into a, 2 into 10 plus n minus 1, that is 50 minus 1 into d, that is 4. 50 by 2 is 25, 2 into 10 is 20 plus 50 minus 1 is 49 into 4. Is 25, 20 plus 49 into 4. 196. This becomes 25 into 216. 25 into 216 is 5400. When we add 50, first 50 terms of the 80, 10, 14, 18 like that, then we get the sum as 5400. How many terms must be taken of the 80, 24, 21, 18 to get 78. The question: how many terms must be taken of the AP 24, 21, 18, 15 like that to get 78? Here it is given Sn, the sum of some terms is given as 78. We have to find how many terms is taken here. We have to find the value of n here. It is given the AP as 24, 18, 24, 21, 18, in which the value of A is 24 and value of D is 21 minus 24, that is minus 3. 18 minus 24 also minus 3. So value of D is given as minus 3 and also given as Sn at 78. Let sum of n terms is 78. So Sn means n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This one is 78. It is not given the value of n here. We have to find the value of n. This implies n by 2 into 2a. In place of a, we can put 24. 2 into 24 plus n minus 1 into d, that is n minus 1 into minus 3 is 78. This implies n by 2. 2 into 24 is 48. Minus 3 into n is minus 3n, minus 3 into minus 1 is plus 3. This is equal to 78. This implies n by 2. 48 plus n is 48 plus 3 is 51, minus 3n is 78. Now when 2 comes towards right, it becomes n into 51 minus 3n. This is equal to 2 into 78, 156. We can take 3 as common. 3 into n into 17 minus n is 156. This implies n into 17 minus n is 156 by 3 becomes 52. Now n into 17 is 17n minus n into n is n square is 52. Now these two terms will come towards right. It becomes minus n square becomes plus n square. 17n becomes minus 17n plus 52 equal to 0. Now we got a quadratic equation. N square minus 17n plus 52 is 0. Now we can solve this quadratic equation to find the value of n. Here n square minus 17n plus 52 is 0. N square minus 13n minus 4n plus 52 is 0. Sum of minus 13 minus 4 is minus 17 and the product is 52. This implies n into n minus 13 minus 4 into n minus 13 is 0. This implies n minus 13 into n minus 4 is 0. This implies n minus 13 is 0 or n minus 4 is 0. Therefore, n will be 13 or n will be 4. If we take 13 terms, then also we get 78. Whereas we get 4 terms, then we get the sum 78. It is given 4 terms to get the sum 78, and also if we take 13 terms, then we will get the sum 78 in the given. Okay, this was present in your chapter.